Hey guys, what is up? It is Jess here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to start building a HTML website using HTML and tags. I'm basically going to show you the main tags that are used in HTML. It's going to be an intro video, and there's going to be videos also following this video to follow up. What you're going to need to do, what I use is I use a Visual Studio Code to create my website. I'll leave the link in the description to go to download, but once you have this downloaded, you're going to want to click on Tools and Languages, and you're going to want to come into here, into this little search bar, type HTML, and HTML is going to come up, and you're going to want to click this HTML CSS support, and you're going to want to download the HTML. So once you have the HTML downloaded, you're going to want to open a new file, and you're going to want to click Save As, and I already have a spot for this to put a file, so I'm going to write tags because HTML is basically made up of tags. Any content that is in your website, it's going to be held within tags. To save this, you're going to write .html so the computer knows that this is an HTML file. So we're going to hit save. And the first thing that we're going to want to do is we want to make sure that the computer knows that this is a HTML file. So we're going to do Doctype Html. What Visual Studio Code does is it populates what it thinks you're going to type, which helps out a lot when it comes to the tag, because it always puts the end tag for you once you type in a tag. Let me open up the browser so you could see what we have on our website. Right now we have nothing, but I'm going to open this up for you so you could see. So this is the file here, and what we're going to do is we're going to open this with Google Chrome, and as you see here, there is nothing. The first thing we're going to go do is we're going to add a head. This is web page. We're gonna hit save. And we're going to come in here and we're going to reload, and this is the text that we just wrote. That is our head. Let's say I want this header to be bolded, which then we write strong. Okay? And it populates. I'm just going to take my words here and I'm going to go here. Now, if I don't save this in the Visual Studio Code and reload here, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. What you're going to want to do is you're going to hit save every single time, and then it will bold. So you're going to have to hit save every single time you want to see any changes on the browser side. So now that it's bolded, I also want to italicize it, and I'm going to do EM, and we're going to put my name in between the two. So here we have all the beginning tags, opening tags, and here we have all of the end tags, and all the end tags are going to have a backslash. This is going to be italicized, and this is going to be bold once saved and reloaded, like this. Now there's another way to do this here. This is the correct way, because this is for mobile devices, and these tags also work with PCs. Before the mobile devices, they used, I'll write this out again, B for bold, and then they used I for italics. Jess's web page. Okay? So this is going to output the same exact line as this, but this is using the tags just for the computer. Now this way is not a way that you should be using, because when you load the web page on like a mobile device, it may not look the same as it would from a computer. So everyone uses strong and EM for bold and italics. Save. And this is the two lines that I wrote here. You see how this is on one line. I am going to put this on the separate line. To do a line break, you're going to do BR. \BR. That is all that you need to do for a line break, which will push this content onto the next line, like so. Now also, I am going to add a title. Now the title is going to be what is read on the very, very, very top. Build a web page. File, save. And when you refresh, this is going to come up with build a web page, which is going to be the very top. And the next part to our website is going to be the body, which is going to have all the rest of the content in the website. So for the body, you're going to want to have a header. And I want my header to say, how to build a website. I'll save, reload. Now I want this to be centered, and to center it, what you're going to run and write is align equals center. Refresh, and now this is centered. Now we have a title. We're going to want to have a paragraph with a bunch of content in it that's going to have a bunch of text for a website. So to create a paragraph, you're going to use the tag called P, right? The end tag /P. What I'm going to say here is this website is an example on how to build a website from scratch. File, save, refresh. Now I kind of want this underneath my title here, so I'm also going to put a line center, Control C, and I'm just going to paste that here. File, save, refresh, and now this is centered. Now this looks a little weird that this is a little too small for an actual title of a web page, so we're going to make that a little bigger. I'm going to use H2, hit 2, and then H3, and so on. File, save. Okay, refresh. Heading 1, 2, and 3. So I want this to be the size of heading 1. So all I'm going to do here is going to go H1 and put my content in the middle of the tags here. So I move the end tag to the back. And if I hit File, Save, reload, this then becomes the same size as this. H1, 2, and 3 is just for an example. So you see here what is going on. Let me fix that. So I'm just going to get rid of this because I'm going to try to make this website into something that maybe you guys can actually go on and use for notes when you want to try to build your own website if you are interested in doing that. And this website is an example on how to build a website from scratch. Actually, I kind of would like that to be italicized, but not bolded, so I'm just going to do EM, and I'm going to put this end tag of EM at the end here before the P. So it's the paragraph and italicized, so to close it, it would be italicized, then the paragraph. So when I save this, it should now be italicized. There we go. So these disappeared, and now this is italicized. So that is looking good. There's 3 things that I'm going to want to talk about through these videos that I'll be posting: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All those 3 languages are used together to create a website. HTML has the tags in which we are seeing now, which holds the content and the text. It looks a little ugly, looks a little messy, but with the CSS, it'll fix up the formatting and the design, and you could adjust the design a lot better than what you could in HTML. HTML, you could do a little bit with the design, but not as much as CSS. JavaScript is to load data real time, and it is also for the animation and the function for your website, so any buttons or anything like that. Want to make a list of those 3 things: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and I kind of want to put a little description of what they are and what they do. So to do that, I'm going to want to make a list, and to make a list, there's 2 types. There's an unordered list, which you're going to use the tag UL for. So this is going to be our list. A UL is going to be an unordered list, so it's going to be a bulleted list. And this is our elements in the list. Each LI is going to be a different bullet. And if I file save it and I reload, it will be here. Now there's another form of list, which is a ordered list, which I'm just going to copy this because most of this is going to be the same. There's only one little change where this U is now going to be becoming O for ordered instead of unordered. So now we have a list with numbers on it. So for this website, I kind of want the bulleted just because there's no point in having the numbers. I feel like it looks a lot nicer if it was just bullets. I'm going to talk about each one, but this time I'm going, instead of H1, I'm going to use H2 for the kind of like heading tag for this section of my website. It's going to be HTML, and there's going to be H2 CSS, and then there's also going to be H2 JavaScript. I'll save it, come in here, reload, and here are our different titles that we are going to be talking about, which at the end will then be different sections for the website. Right now we're just going to be working underneath the HTML because that is what this video is about. It's all about the HTML tags and standard tags to use to create a website. I want to add a picture of myself. To add a picture, you're going to want to first come into here and find the picture you want. I grab a picture here, we'll do copy, and you're going to want to go to where your tag file is on your computer, and you're going to want to paste the picture above. You could rename it if it's like some crazy name like that. And then when you come in here, you're going to want to type in img to get this onto your page. img crc equals, you're going to then copy and paste the direction to the file. There is the picture. So we'd have the picture here, but it's a little too big for what I would like. And to fix the size of the picture, you're going to have a height and you're going to have a width. Now in these quotation marks, you could do it two ways. You could either go by pixels or you could go by a percentage. If you want to do a percentage, you will not use the quotes. So for the width, I'm going to put a percentage. Let's just do 30%. And for the height, we'll do 100 pixels. Save and reload. And then the picture size then does change. We also have another thing, which is to add a link to your website. If you ever see those like blue or purple like words and then it has the underline, when you click it, it brings you to a different page. Well, this is how those are made. You're going to want to put a and then space href and then equals, and then you're going to want to put the link to the website. And I'm just going to put my YouTube channel link onto here, so go subscribe. And now that my YouTube channel link is in here, you close the opening tag, and then a closing tag will then populate with an A. And in the middle, I'm going to write my YouTube. Save, refresh. My YouTube is now in here. You see how it doesn't write this full gibberish link. It writes what you write between the opening and the closing tags, which is my YouTube. So when you click on my YouTube, it will then bring you to my YouTube page. You could go back to my website and go back and forth between the two just by these. One more thing is I would like to show you is how to add a table. And to create a table, you're going to write table, opening and a closing. And then to start the table, you're going to want to write tr, and tr is going to be the first row. And then anything after that with TD, the content that goes in the box in the column. I'm going to make a table by 2 by 3. We're gonna have 6 little boxes on our table. And then we're going to do this again. Control C, Control V. I'll put A, B, and then C. So this is going to be our table. This is the first row. This is the second row. This is the first column here. This is the second column here, these two. And then this is going to be in the third column. The table's going to show up, but it's going to have no borders. To add a border to your table, you're going to want to go border and quote unquote, and we're going to put 2. Because I want my border to be 2 pixels wide. I don't want it too thick. Save. Reload. And now we finally have a table with the border on it, and you can see that it's an actual table, not just random words, just floating. That is basically it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. Those are the main tags that are used in HTML. I hope this video kind of like helped get you started with a website. I'll be posting tech videos every Tuesday. We're gonna call it Tech Tuesday. That's what we're gonna call it. And then Monday I post games, and Friday. So I post every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. If you guys want to build a website, or if you guys have any other questions on HTML or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. And please hit the like button and go hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.